What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with
Gershwin.
And welcome back to another episode of For the Greater
Whoa! This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. That is what Timothy Armstrong did. He asks, Did all men of iron rebel against the Imperium, or did some try to stay with the Imperium? So it wasn't the Imperium back then, it was just humanity. No, not all AI rebelled, but a good portion of it was corrupt. So much so that it's just fear.
Right, because if you have like 100 people, think of it this way. If you have 100 people that are all for one cause, and then 90% of them switch their cause, of course you're going to blame everybody because it's such a small percentage that didn't really change over.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of AI that was still they just did their jobs, because you got to remember that some AI was very basic, and a lot of it, or a lot of like hive worlds and like these giant colossal battleships, their engines have some form of AI, and that AI of course was not corrupted. That AI has lasted to today, and now the Omnissiah prays to it and all that mumbo jumbo.
Right, and it's like, even if one of them is not, like he didn't turn on his human masters or whatever, chances are they're still going to be afraid of him. He's still going to face prejudice, maybe even get killed, because they're not going to take that chance.
Yeah. Next question. I have one from G.
G.
What is the name of H.P. Lovecraft's cat? I don't know. Is that the name of one of the unknown Primarchs? I don't know. I don't know the lore of H.P. Lovecraft very much. His stories are interesting and very inspirational to like a bunch of Warhammer 40K. No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Next question.
Marcel Goussard. What is the best job in 40K? And also, what job would you want?
Space Raid.
It's not really a job.
Oh, well, fine. If you want to do job, I think it would be really fun to live on a water world and be a fisherman. It seems very peaceful. Who's going to come to the water world? Nobody. It's just you and
The water.
the water.
Okay. I was going to say like a mailman.
A mailman?
You gotta go to the hives and just deliver mail.
Unless they convert you to an astropath, sending astropathic messages through the mail.
Ass. Tropath.
Next one.
Darth Parkus. 40K in and of itself is OP. Why is that? Yeah, you got a point. It's like whenever 40K goes up against any other like universe, they usually have the upper hand.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I guess because everything's just so scaled, like up in like power. Because you have gods, you got like planet-killing weapons. It's almost like DC. Like DC is such on a different power scale compared to like Marvel, because you have like Batman, who's like, as long as he's prepared, he can take on anything. You got Superman, which is basically a god. I guess it depends on the writers. They just write everything to be so awesome and like satisfying, grand, that it just elevates everything else. It's like the baseline is already up to here, but whenever a new codex comes out, it's always creeping forward. Kind of like how the Grey Knights, I want to say in 5th edition, they had the plasma siphoning ability, where any type of weapon that had plasma in its name could not harm them. That's really good. Look at the Tau. All the base guns have plasma, so there you go. Your Tau Fire Warriors can't do damage to Grey Knights.
That's insane. I don't remember that. That's crazy.
That was like when we stopped, like around the time where we stopped playing. And
that's why the Grey Knights were hated.
Yeah, they were OP. They were the meta of the meta.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we're here to fight demons and really mess you guys up, Tau.
Next question comes from Mooser Hodes 1. Who wins a fist fight, Argrin or Astardi? Astardi, hands down.
Yeah. Think of it as like the Astardi is like the master battler, and the Argrin's just a brute. all that strength isn't gonna mean much if you can't hit him.
Right. Next one.
This one's by Almighty. What are your thoughts on Calgar? I'm assuming because there's a new model out. It's cool. I never liked Calgar. I never liked his model. I never liked his backstory. He just looked like his fists were just too big for him.
Oh, really? You don't like his aesthetic?
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing I like about him. Like, his lore is okay, but I like power fists. I think they look cool.
Like that picture where he's just like sitting on the throne. And
Yeah.
like they always put like the glasses and the bling and all that.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's Papa G.
I think it's kind of stupid that they're going back to Ultramarines. Like, why would you give us that and not give us Thraka?
You guys just had your codex.
Doesn't matter. We could have gotten a new special character, name character, or like given any other chapter a name character.
Show the White Scars some love.
Yeah.
But no, let's talk about Calgar. Oh, another thing too. He's now officially a Primaris Marine.
Yeah. Which the story of how that came about is going to be interesting. Because, it's weird.
I think this is the beginning of a whole bunch of named characters jumping on that Primaris.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a way to sell.
It is. It's like, oh, look at your old clunky models. Why not buy these brand new sleek Primaris models?
I've never even played with my Lysander model, and I'm going to have to buy a new Primaris Lysander model, which I'm not too sad about, because, like, Lysander for the Imperial Fist is okay looking. I think he could be better. So, I'm excited for that, for whenever that does come out.
What do you think about all these characters becoming Primaris, though? You okay with that, or you think it's just...
No, it's just a way to get money, but there's really nothing we can do about it.
Like, lore-wise, what, like, does that... Are you cool with it?
No, it doesn't make any sense. Because, like, the whole point is that you're supposed to have the Space Marine become a Space Marine as a child because of the whole hormone stuff. If you just start putting in, like, new organs, I don't know. It feels like it's just a cop-out. But then again, you could make the argument, if you are, like, a GW fanboy, that the Space Marine's body is, like, it can get an arm chopped off and still survive. How could it not survive with a new organ being implanted in it? I guess that kind of makes sense.
Right.
But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. It's like, oh, your Calgar is so badass, nothing can stop him. Oh, but look at this Calgar. His muscles are now made of steel.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, the lore?
I understand that they want to, sell models and everything, but I feel like it's just... Like, they could have done something else. Like, I don't know. It's cool, but at the same time, I'm iffy on it. I don't know. I think I have to just wait and see what the story behind him gaining the Primaris upgrade is, and then maybe see other models as becoming Primaris. I don't know.
I think GW should have taken a note from the... Well, no. I was going to say Star Wars, when Kylo Ren says... forget about the past, kill it if you have to. And they should have just killed off all the name characters
No.
for the old, and then bring back brand new lore for new name characters. I think that would have been a really good revival.
It's like, what do I do with all my named characters from the past? Now I gotta buy new ones.
You play 40K 0.0, and then this is 40K 0.2. 2.0. I don't know.
Don't listen to this guy.
Yeah, you guys probably would not like new characters being killed.
No, keep the old characters. Bring in new Primaris characters. Like if there was a new Ultramarine Primaris captain or like chapter master equivalent, I think that'd be more badass. Because like he'd stand up to Calgar. He'd be like, "Your old ways don't make sense. Let me handle it. You're gonna cause an internal conflict within the Ultramarines, which are the poster boys of 40K. And then if you keep doing that to other chapters." Then maybe you'll have like a Civil War kind of thing going on. Where's Heresy Point 2? That's a video for another time. I've had it, festering in my mind for a while.
That's actually a really good idea. That's a good way of like keeping the old models, because like you're not gonna just kill the old Calgar, but like introduce something new. Right. And they could have done that with every single special character. Damn it, GW! You had the opportunity and you failed.
It's still cool though. I like the model.
Yeah,
a little bit. Not much, but it's better. It's better than the old model. I'll give them that.
Out of the announcements from this weekend, I think, past weekend, I really enjoyed the Gene Stealers on bikes.
On the bikes, yeah.
I never thought that that would be a cool looking model, and it is. It makes the Space Marines on bikes look like shit.
Well, they're not actual Gene Stealers on bikes. They're the Gene Stealer Colts.
Yeah, sorry.
So it's not like an actual Gene Stealer.
Yeah. A bunch of arms.
Yeah, like space sharks.
Next question comes from Zook Zook. Do the Sisters of Battle swallow? No, they spit. The Sisters of Silence swallow. Next question.
This one is by Eustace Bag. Oh, and it's actually Eustace from Cowards to Curly Dog. Ron Perlman, Hellboy, Sons of Anarchy, can be the best Gabriel Angelos in a Warhammer 40K movie. Is there a way we could all together nag GW in order to make it happen? I mean,
we've tried to nag GW about all kinds of stuff, and it doesn't work for us. So, I think GW does what GW wants.
They're doing a pretty good job at it.
Yeah, they're listening to the people, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we got squats. One squat model.
Yeah, it's a start. And we're getting the Sisters of Battle finally, after years and years.
Oh yeah, and actually in the Codex approved, right?
Chapter approved.
Chapter approved.
There's a beta Sisters of Battle Codex, which I'm really looking forward to it.
I really want the models. They're gonna look
I think they still have metal models for some of them, right?
Currently.
Like that's how old it is?
Yeah. I really want to see is it called the Executioner? The one where it has
like the person kind of chained
crucified.
Up on it.
Yeah.
Is it got claws?
I want to see a new model for that. Next question.
This one's by Steve Rogers, Captain America. What were the roles of each Primarch would have taken after the Great Crusade if the heresy didn't happen? For example, Magnus would be sitting on the Golden Throne, controlling the Webway, etc.
Well, they each had their own little sector.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Rogue Wadorn would still be in charge of, protecting Terra and making, bastions and stuff like that. I mean, they all had their own niche.
Yep. I mean, just look at their home planet, and that's where they would be. As far as the traders, though, like Fulgrim, or no, the traders, didn't their planets get sucked into the eye?
Some.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't see Angron being any benefit to the Imperium. He was always not listening to the Emperor. He was always just doing whatever he wanted to. He was already pissed at the Emperor. So if he didn't go to Chaos, if the heresy didn't happen, he would just go out and do his own thing. I feel like he'd be the wild card.
I think he would have been really good against the Tyranids, though, eventually.
Just have all his blood, or butchers and nails guys just fighting till they die.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's more of it'll be I'll throw these guys at the Tyranids, but eventually they're going to get overwhelmed. You're just postponing the Tyranids at this point.
Or they would just adapt, right?
Yeah. Adapt to have shooting weapons instead of just charging in.
Right. Yeah. Last question, I think, right? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Last question comes from, you got one?
Yeah, this one's a pretty interesting one. Iron Stark. Do you think that the Inari will attempt to save Isha from Nurgle? Some Eldar tried to in the past, but they failed. But now with Iniad, wouldn't they be strong enough? And also, I think Eldrad's assistance would be enough to try to do another attempt. Do you think they can succeed?
Yeah, they can try to. I think they would. I think it would be a good way to progress the story, even though the story of that new god isn't really fleshed out all the way.
Right. I feel like there's still more to it. The 5 Crone Swords. Or maybe Isha is in possession of the last Crone Sword. They find that out, and now they have to go to the Gardens of Nurgle into the warp to rescue her. Which would probably mean a whole bunch of characters are going to die, but you'll have Isha, and that's going to change things a lot, because Nurgle relies on Isha a lot. Even though that's his captive or whatever, all of his poisons, toxins, anything that he does in his little cauldron of diseases, they all go through Isha to see what effects they'll have. So without Isha being there, because Isha can cure herself, then he's basically just going to be throwing out random stuff into the universe, and nobody's going to know what exactly it is. Because whenever Isha gets inflicted by these poisons, she heals herself, and then she knows what the cure is. and she kind of whispers this to humanity or the Eldar, whatever it is. So.
Yeah, that actually, yeah, it would be like something that they didn't think was gonna, something bad that would happen.
Yeah.
I forget what the name is.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
And those were the questions for today.
Thank you, yes. If you guys want more questions answered, comment down below. Don't forget we have a Patreon. If you like these videos, share them with your friends. And thanks.
Yeah. Keep your eyes open and peeled because there are giveaways coming. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Blackstone Fortress.
No, it's on the other side. The other side. There you go.
So it's coming, guys. Stay subscribed. And as always, I'm the Sound Alchemist.
Gershwan.
And we are out of here.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.